What's up, my Vina love? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vinatainment News. Let me just quickly say the first 2 to almost 3 minutes of this video, yes, I know it's a long time. It's just my music in the background, and it's all about Cynthia Bailey walking into the hall and all of that. So if you want to fast forward to my commentary, you can absolutely do that. If you missed the videos that I uploaded on Cynthia Bailey wedding and you want to watch that later on, I have included the links, but I'm just jumping in to let you know. I don't want you to sit here like, okay, when is she going to start talking? When is she going to start talking? Yeah, so just letting you know. You can show Cynthia some love or you can fast forward. It's up to you. Mike Hill is like, yeah, tick that, Bullo. Not Mike Hill trying to pull up Polo at his wedding. Thank you for not doing the windshield wiper. Okay, remember when Cynthia came home and it told him about her experience, and he grabbed a water bottle, and Cynthia said he pulled his thing out and did a. I just thought that moment was so cute because even if he was kind of upset when it came to them being on camera, he did not show that side. He showed his fun side and whatever. Y'all had fun and all of that. So that was cute. If you missed my coverage on the wedding, click the links in the description below. I'm going to add, I think, part 1 or part 2. I think I did a 3-part series on the wedding, but you can go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist and see all of my coverage. But that was just a little taste if you missed my coverage on it. Bravo did a great job by using Cynthia Bailey footage, and I don't want to take the attention of Cynthia by mentioning Kenya Moore so quickly, but I'm going to do that just for a quick second. Cynthia will still get her shine, but Kenya Moore had this amazing baby shower when she wasn't on the show. I did a beautiful coverage on a baby shower. Go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist and the daily playlist to watch it all. There was so much in that video, and Bravo could have easily used footage from that video to show that Mark Daly's parents were at the baby shower.
Cheryl Daly in the house and his father, Daly.
Yes, I am fully aware that Mark Daly can be difficult. Also aware that he and his parents were going through their own issues where they were not talking for a little bit. So absolutely Mark could have said to Kenya, do not put my parents on TV. But the same way how Brooklyn's face was blurred out, if Bravo really cared, they could have done the same thing. There are other things that happened in Kenya Moore's life off the show that they could have used those footage as well. Like I said in one of my reviews, when Kenya said that Mark Daly sent her music, she posted the footage on social media. I posted about it in one of the videos, reviews that I did. They could have been like, Kenya Moore footage. The same way how they went to the protest sometimes with Porsha and sometimes they didn't. And Porsha used her cell phone. We saw those footage on the show as well. I just see how they treat other people and make exceptions. But when it comes to Kenya, it's like, she wasn't on the show. You know, she had footage, but we don't care. It's Kenya. My point is, when it comes to Kenya Moore, they do not go above and beyond to prove that she's an honest person. That's the reason why she have to go to the extent that she go to prevent them from incriminating her. This whole Kenya and Latoya been flirting. Oh my goodness, even though Kenya was like, listen, I joke with that girl. I don't want that girl like that.
Let's talk about your conversation with Latoya. Mm-hmm.
that you had last night. You said you had a crush on Latoya. That's her one. I was like, oh, that's cute. And also I wanted to ask, were you a little jealous of her kissing Porsha?
I wasn't jealous because I don't want her like that.
Interview with the Jasmine brand talking about that, okay? But Bravo played up that whole Kenya and Latoya flirting situation so that when the Bachelorette party situation happened, they could some way, somehow edit and make it look like it was Kenya and Latoya doing something as they tried to protect and clean their princess image. Before you say, but Vina, how is that possible? The producers or Kenya didn't even know how the season was going to go. So how is it possible that Kenya jumped in front of this whole story and all of that? Well, the producers, first of all, they film, and then they all sit in the editing room, okay? Put the different episodes together and make it cohesive. And that's why sometimes the episodes are confusing, because some of the things that you see later on in the season happened before other events. And that's the reason why when you see a person reaction, or if Kenya say something or someone else say something, they put the flashback video on the screen of what happened, and they would say like 2 months, 3 months ago, but we never got to see that episode or the entire situation. So the producers put it all together. Also, when you're filming, you can get the sense of what's happening. There's other stories and things going on, but how come Latoya is constantly over here? How come every other day I'm filming with Latoya? Yes, we're cool. She's my girl and all of that. But why we are constantly filming, and why the content that we are filming is along these lines. You understand what I'm saying? So when you are smart enough and you've been on the show long enough and you are someone who's a producer yourself, you can see where it's going. Oh, okay. I see where you're going with all of this. Then you also start filming confessionals. And in the confessionals, you hear certain questions they're asking you, and they're telling you, this week, this is the episode, this is what happened. Either they let you see it or they explain the scenario to you. And that's how the ladies are able to then, clap back in confessionals or make comments and things like that. So with all of that, you get a sense of, okay, I see where this is going. And even if you're not sure, you still stand up for yourself, because you can't trust these producers to look out for you. And that's the reason why Kenya said, y'all not going to do that. The way how Kenya jumped in front of it, they had no choice but to edit the show the way that it happened. Cynthia Bailey didn't get a wedding special. I get it. But the entire episode, excluding the few minutes of Cynthia wedding, it was Kenya again, okay? So let's start from the beginning. I don't understand when Kandi and all of these people keep mentioning Kenya, but when you notice, Kenya is not the one that started the conversation about the Bachelorette party. She is not the one that starts the conversation all the time. At Cynthia Bailey's house, everyone is cramped up in the house. It's raining. All of the beautiful activities they probably had on the lake, planned on the lake. I mean, it's like, Bailey, I'm sure it's gorgeous to be outside and just looking at the water. And I'm sure she had a beautiful event planned. And then everyone had to end up in the house because of the rain. It was her own sister, Mallory. Okay? Your sister is getting married. She's stressed. Mallory was the one who brought the whole Bachelorette party situation and Strippergate. I didn't see social media in this uproar that how dare you bring that topic up at your sister event, rehearsal, dinner, whatever you want to call it. No, how Cynthia is going to skip over her sister that brought it up and go straight to... I don't want to keep talking about this situation. Kenya let it go. Mallory brought it up and said she felt left out. Then Cynthia joining. Then Eva Marcel joining, who looks snatched and stunning, by the way. And then Kenya said something. Then Kandi said something. Kandi went as far as saying there were people on a coffee table doing stuff to each other. It's interesting to me how they go from everyone else talking and cut straight to Kenya. Even Kandi did it. The same way at the dinner table, it was Latoya who brought it up. But yet again, it was Kenya. Other people keep bringing this topic up. And then with Kenya joining the conversation, then people go in confessionals and skip over everyone else that brought it up and attack Kenya. I love how she called Kandi out. Like, girl, we're not going to say the exact words, but this person lied on you and could have ruined their entire career and trying to protect them. Thank you for at least saying something and revealing some things, okay? Because they're not about to run out here and call me a liar, because one thing I don't do is lie. The girls on the Porsha having a conversation, whatever, like I said, they skipped. Eva wanted all the tea because she's not on the show anymore, but it was nice to see Eva. It was just pleasant. They talked about it, laughed about it, moved on. Production got some nerve. Production that goes all the way back to Kenya's first season on the show to dig up dirt on her, have the nerve to say, why is it important to keep talking about it? Why is it important to keep digging up old footage to prove a point? I know Kenya couldn't say that, but that would have been my response to them. Why is it important to keep going back and digging up old footage to prove a point and make me look bad? Now that I'm defending myself, okay, and protecting myself because these girls are calling me a liar now is a problem, production got some nerve. You see, I could even be on a reality TV show. They would not like me and they would give them the bad edits because I'll call them out. Like the same reason you keep digging up old footage on me that was 150 years ago. How dare you question why I'm talking about a current event when you are still digging up old things that happened years ago to prove points that don't even make sense because of this obsession and desperation it make me the villain. Child, they will hate me. Kenya said, if it was me, they would be having a parade. I love when she said to Kandi, and when Kandi said they can't sue you, and Kenya said, well, if they did, your name would be the first name I call as a witness. That was a cute and funny moment. Everyone is getting involved. So Shamia, she have a little confessional moment. Now, Bravo is allowing her to do certain things. So she had an event. It was supposed to be them having a good time. Kenya is not here with her negative energy. That's what they say. I know I rock with Kenya, so that's not me. But that's what they normally say. She's not here with her negative energy to ruin the night, and whatever else, to ruin the night, and we're going to have a great time. And then we're going to have a great... Kenya doesn't even have to be in the room. The girl is not even in the room, and their entire night was centered around Kenya again. Drew desperately made sure she mentioned Kenya's name. I mean, for you to claim you don't care. I mean, every single episode. Now, yes, don't get me wrong. This is a hot topic. And Kenya was grilling the girls. I get it. Marlo brought it up at their event. Drew brought it up at their event. Latoya brought it up at their event. Yet, let's blame Kenya. Now, we already know that it's been proven on this show that Porsha is a liar. So when she was like, I didn't do A, B, and C with Latoya, and I didn't do this, that, and the third, she told on herself in the after show. For those of you who cared and watched the after show, Shamia said how Latoya was so drunk, not only was she throwing up, allegedly, since I wasn't there, I would throw that out there, that her mouth ended up somewhere on the toilet or whatever. And Porsha goes, you're saying her mouth ended where? I hope her mouth didn't end up on no toilet because her mouth was down there. Please confirm that her mouth wasn't on a dirty toilet and she took that same mouth and put it over here. And Shamia jumped in to save her and said, come on, Porsha, she didn't put her mouth no down there. What are you talking about? It was too late. Production captured it. It's on the after show. Girl, you're telling on yourself. Y'all told on yourselves. Case closed. No lawsuit. Anyways. So Marla brought up, Cynthia wedding and, the press and all of these things. And Latoya comes in. She brings up the blogs and all that mess. Now, this is my thing about Latoya talking about Kenya marriage. There's a confusion here. When Latoya went to meet up with Kenya after the entire situation at the Bachelorette party, Kenya said to her, you know what I'm going through personally. So when these girls were coming at me sideways as my friend, you could have at least jumped in and said something like, no, I know what she's going through. Defended me. Don't just sit there and watch all of these girls coming at me and you don't say anything to defend me. Okay? So Latoya, I'm not making excuses for what she said or what she did. What she did was wrong because at that point, she did not know that Kenya publicly said anything about alimony on a show where the public would have known anyway. So at this point, she was basically giving personal information. Latoya, in a way, was trying to make excuses for Kenya. Oh, I think Kenya leaked the story to the blogs. However, in her defense, she's going through so much right now. Her divorce, her husband asking for alimony, and I think she's just lashing out. Okay? So Latoya trying to clean it up, she ended up making it worse. So I'm not making excuses for her, like I said, because she did the same thing with Kandi, like I said in the very beginning. I'm glad that Kenya is having fun. She's laughing. She has someone on the show that she can have fun with. However, Latoya girl, I still have my eye on you. I'm not going to be so quick to be like, yes, Kenya have a new friend. Didn't I say that? Exactly. She have diarrhea at the mouth. Okay, because even when she met up with Kandi, Don Juan, and Todd, she was talking about Kenya marriage, and then she called herself, she stopped herself, and she waited for Kandi to say something. Then she said, okay, she told you that because she told me that too, and I knew. Basically saying, okay, because Kandi is saying it, that makes it okay for me to say it too. That means this is a safe place for us to discuss Kenya, because I don't want to come off as I'm telling her business. But no, let Kandi stand on Kandi word or whatever and do her thing, and you keep your mouth shut. But like I said, the reason why it's a big deal, it's because this was before she knew that Kenya said anything publicly. Now, of course, Drew telling her to be careful what she says, and Porsha going to confessionals and saying, Latoya just gave me ammunition, not even knowing that Kenya already publicly said everything. You claim you don't care about this woman. She's the one who's desperate trying to destroy you, but here you go. Then, of course, I love Latoya clap back to Drew. Not only did Drew bounce up and down allegedly, well, she said it herself on the stripper, she also did some things with Latoya. They kissed and did some things, allegedly. She got loud, okay? And she got upset. Let me get loud and get upset and shut her down before she says too much. I told my husband that the stripper flipping around and we have fun. It was a bachelorette party. I didn't tell my husband I kissed Latoya, or maybe she did. And Bravo is keeping that part, off camera until it comes up at the reunion or somewhere else. And then she can say, oh, you thought you had something on me? Well, I told my husband that too. And then production flashback to her telling her husband. The only difference is we didn't see that. Production does that. They hold off on some clips to try to prove people wrong and all that mess. But that's what people do. People who don't want you to say too much and whatever, they start being loud, aggressive, shut you up so that you don't say too much. So that was Drew and Latoya moment. Call her out. Your marriage is not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect marriage. Yes, it might be perfect to her, but she knows it's not. You're telling this girl she doesn't respect her marriage and all of these different things, but then you're kissing her and you are bouncing up and down on the guy thing. Not just giving you a lap dance and it's fun. You're actually having physical contact, humping his stuff. Here's Shamia saying, yes, Drew, hump that thing. I mean, right there on the screen. So Latoya was 100% right for calling her out. So they went from dancing to having their moment. Yet Kenya Moore is the one who's crazy. Kenya Moore is the one who does things like that. Kenya wasn't in that room and they still couldn't keep it together. Porsha having her moment with Latoya. Okay, whatever. Then child. The hypocrisy and the way how people are so delusional, especially Porsha. And what I don't understand with these producers, even Andy Cohen and these producers, all of the things they don't do and ask other people, they are so quick to ask Kenya. Okay? I understand they cannot say that girl over there, name and whatever, but they can still talk about it. If this was Kenya, production would have been quick in the after show to be like, but Porsha, last season, allegedly you told these girls to not film with a certain person. We're not going to say her name. That she was dead to you and all of that. Okay, she did this to me, so I'm not going to mess with her. Not because Porsha instructed them, but they all had their own little situation with that girl over there. Kenya already made up her mind 100%. So Porsha had nothing to do with that. And Porsha isn't anyone's boss to say who they can talk to, whatever. And that's how you saw Kandi go and talk to that girl over there. Girl, you're not going to control who I talk to. You're not my boss. However, she was very outspoken about don't film with her, don't talk to her, whatever. No conversation, no warning or nothing. She disappears with that girl over there. They have a you moment. How dare you, of all people, say anything about Kenya and Marlo when you did what you did last season? Not only did you do that, then you backstab Kenya. Come on, girl. The fact that you can even get angry and fix your lips to say anything. And I love what Marlo said. You are not going to regulate who I can be friends with. Shut that all the way down. She was on mute. Who do you think you are? And it's true. Marlo goes wherever the wind blows. She will hang on whoever coattail she can hang on. That's going to help her stay on the show another season. Porsha, girl, bye. It's just crazy to me how they don't hold other people's feet to the fire the way how they constantly, come for Kenya. So the wedding was, like I said, beautiful. Congratulations to Cynthia, Billy, and Mike Hill. Kenya looks like she was floating and walking on air. Y'all saw how Drew was looking at her. She's so obsessed. Her number one fan. She's so quick to be calling Latoya her number one fan and all of that. This girl is obsessed with Kenya. Oh, this supposed to be our wedding. This supposed to be our wedding colors and. Girl, bye. But Kenya looked like she was floating. She looked stunning. All of the girls look beautiful. It was Eva and Marlo voice I heard talking about the Bachelorette party. Because people were talking and Kenya was somewhere else dancing and having a great time. I didn't see no uproar about that. This is Cynthia Billy wedding. And this is the conversation you're having. Oh my gosh. But let it have been Kenya. Girl, you almost ruined her engagement. Wish you didn't. Go to the playlist and see all of my videos on it. All right? I stand by that 100%. Anyways, don't argue with me about that. Just move around. Yeah. It's like she even breathed is a problem, but other people can talk about all types of stuff at Cynthia Bailey wedding and no one even like cared. Then in Dennis and Porsha conversation, when Dennis posted single ass bleep, the first thing that I responded with, someone had, sliding my DMs talking about the show. I was like, oh, look at poor little thing Dennis. He's trying to basically make it look like they're not together. So if Porsha allegedly did sleep with the stripper, he as a man can protect his ego. Like, I ain't get cheated on. Hey, look at men. You can go and sling your hot dog thing everywhere and do what you did and cheated. But let the woman do it back to them. Hell will break loose and I'm leaving this relationship and it's over. But you can do all that to her. So he was like, I gotta protect my ego and my manhood. I'm single as bleep. So when this story this story that's lingering around, when it breaks and also it comes on TV, I can still protect myself. Like, she ain't cheat on me. That's exactly what I said. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what she was saying. You're going to have people thinking that right there just exposes her even more. But their dinner, of course, was awkward, at the beginning. All right, she and Dennis conversation. Same old, different day. I understand she got emotional, but he was saying exactly what was happening. Okay, you might not want to keep PJ away from... Porsha was upset that he said that on camera. Because to her, because her supporters keeps bragging about this. Even though Porsha and Dennis are not together, everything just looks so great and cohesive, as if that's a shade to Kenya, who is a great mother and is doing a very good job, okay? So for Dennis to paint a different picture that, you want me to move, I don't blame Dennis now one bit, okay? I might not be here for the guy sometimes. I don't blame him. You are not going to keep threatening and throwing me out of your house because it's your name on it, and now I'm homeless on the street somewhere trying to quickly get hotels and places to go because now you're mad, changing the locks, locking the doors on me, whatever it is that you're doing, and you want me to give up my place? Heck nah. Because every time you have your moment, trust and believe I'm going to my place and I'm kicking my feet up. I ain't working all of these hours and having all of these businesses and I'm worth millions for you to kick me out of the house and I don't have nowhere to go. I have to go sleep in the hotel. I'm keeping my place. So kudos to Dennis about that. Also, Porsha was very upset that he revealed after she done put forth this picture perfect co-parenting situation for the man to say, just for you to get mad at me, don't answer the phone, your mom don't answer the phone, and I can't see my daughter. Porsha starts crying. I would never do that to you. My father wasn't in my life. That man didn't just come out of the clear blue sky and lie on you. Okay? That's what happened. But that just messed up Porsha picture perfect co-parenting family situation she was trying to show to, her people. At the end of the day, that their child is involved. So I really do hope they figure it out and all of that. But he was right. I'm not going to claim you if you out here moving single. But the same thing goes for you, Dennis. I mean, y'all were engaged. She was pregnant. Y'all were together. And you went out there and cheated. So, but like I said, men, you're moving single. And he has so much to say, child. But he's the one who actually went and did something. Anyways, he had that look in his eyes like, girl, stop crying and stop acting all innocent. I know who you are. When these cameras go off and all of that, I know the real Porsha, so stop it, please. Let me make this very clear. I don't care what these women do in their lives sexually, their sexual orientation. I don't care. So whether it would have been Kenya and Latoya, I wouldn't have cared. My point is just don't lie, okay? Don't cover up for certain people because you want to present them in a certain light and then continue to throw another person under the bus and lie on them and edit the show and continue the bias editing. That's all I'm saying. The favoritism is terrible. Of course, Kenya and the producers did not know the girls are going to go that crazy and do what they did and all of that. I'm just saying that once she saw what happened, she was like, hell no, y'all not about to edit and make it look like, nope, I'm gonna make sure I break it down in a way that they cannot, because yes, the producers could easily cut out everything Kenya said, but what episode would you have had you cut out all of Kenya's commentary and everything she had to say? Now, yes, I get it. The Grammys came on. And before the Grammys, it was Meghan and Harry interview and all of that. So the ratings dropped. But that episode is still the highest rated episode so far. They wouldn't have had the success that they had in that episode. And Kenya proved it. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. But I don't judge people. Do your thing. I don't care what these girls do. It's not that deep for me. So I saw a preview of the next episode. And listen, I saw a feather, and when I saw the feather, and I saw Kenya, I instantly said, oh Lord, I already know what's about to happen. Now let me jump in real quick. At this point, this review is so late. Most of you have seen what happened. So this part probably feels like I added it in, but no. Those were my exact words when I recorded this review over a week ago when the episode happened. But whatever else that I had to say, I cut that out. I'm going to save it for the separate video I did about this whole Halloween situation. The end here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.